Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about connotation, frame and prototype theory. We will be talking about connotation. You might find this word familiar and maybe you have already used it in your English or German lessons at school. Connotation is the aspect of meaning that is connected to emotion, style and association of synonyms. But what does that mean exactly? Let's have a look at an example. Puke, chunder, throw up, vomit, and be sick, all these words basically describe the same process, namely that of reverse eating. Nonetheless, you wouldn't use each of these words in the same context when talking to your friend about your sick platypus. You might say all like, clothes are covered in puke. However, if you went to the vet with your platypus, you would probably say, the poor thing has been sick all night, instead of saying it wouldn't stop chundering. That's why we speak of near synonyms, because although the signified is basically the same, there are those little differences in meaning and usage that matter a lot. We say the word's meanings differ in connotation. As we said, the usage of a word would depend on a context firstly, the suitable expression changes according to the communicative setting. Secondly, by whatever expression is used, the speaker's positive or negative attitude can be expressed. And thirdly, a particular expression characterizes the speaker's age or sophisticatedness. You see, we have now not dealt with the word and its meaning separately, but have started to compare different words and their meanings. What follows from this is that the meaning of different words are connected and that understanding triggers association. Like in our next topic, the frame. A frame can loosely be described as a portion of knowledge of the world. This knowledge is made up of concepts that are connected to each other, and this connection is so close that mentioning one element activates the entire frame like a domino effect. So when you hear the word restaurant, you don't need the explanation of what a restaurant is. It's a place where you can order a meal off a menu, and if you are very rich, you might order yourself a dessert. However dim the lights are, there might be a particular kind of ambient music. No matter where you are, you will probably be served by a waitress, and in the end, you pay a bill. In fact, hearing the word restaurant activates the frame and all the handy-dandy concepts in your brain that help you understand. So you see, frame is quite different from connotation. The most influential sign model was created by Swiss linguist Ferdinand de Saussure. He developed the so-called egg model consisting of two elements, the sign body or form, which he called the signifier, and the meaning or content associated with it, the sign content, which he called the signified. Charles Sanders Peirce, an American, also thought a lot about language and how we think and act in signs and came up with a different model called bone model. Now let's head over to the prototype. As you have probably noticed yourself, feature semantics is not the non plus extra or better. It has its flaws. The all or nothing approach of a plus or minus in feature semantics is not very close to reality. Would a cat without pointy ears and a tail not still be a cat? And as a tree in winter without any leaves not still a tree? Indeed, we might say that these two specimens are not the ultimate representatives of their categories, but we still are able to see what they are. So in the 1970s, a semantic model called prototype theory was developed. It also works with semantic features, but in a slightly different way. Firstly, not all members of the category need to have all features, just like the tailless cat and the leafless tree. Secondly, the features can be met to a higher or lesser degree by members within the category. We are talking less or more rather than either or. These two facts lead to so-called graded membership, meaning that there are better and less good representatives of an extension. Let's make this a bit more palpable, shall we? Remember the bone model? Let's think bird. What makes a bird? Which semantic features could be parameters for bird? Laying eggs, singing, flying, having wings, a beak, or a very creepy ability to stare at you without winking. The birds that have the largest number of features that define the idea of a bird and have these features to a high degree are close to the prototype at the center of our concept. In Germany, that might be the sparrow, and in England, it might be the robin. All the other members of the bird category fulfill the features to a lesser degree or not at all. The further away they are from the center, the less prototypical they are. And then there are also members that lie between categories. This phenomena is called fuzzy edges. Extensions are not clear-cut but rather blend into the extensions of other categories, like in the case of duck-billed platypus. The fellow lays eggs like birds, has a beak like a duck, again like a bird, but cuddles its young like mammals. Prototype theory also describes family resemblance. The members of the category sharing most features with other members of the category bears the highest family resemblance and is close to the prototype.